Hey guys, so this is kind of going to be a rat update video only because I haven't made one since around Christmas time, and that one wasn't really in detail. So I'm going to get started because I have a couple points that I want to get to and some footage of them that I want to get to, and I don't want to make this video super long. So here we go. Alright, so I'm going to tell you how we got them. I kind of already touched on that in the Creepy Pets tag, but this is going to be like a more in-detailed version. So we went to PetSmart or Petco because I made the joke of, we're going to get a cat, and Aaron kind of took it seriously. So we went there, and we didn't know they were having a cat adoption fair that day, they just were. And when we were there looking at the cats, the lady who was running the cat adoption fair was like super rude to us and basically told us she didn't want to give us a cat and that we should just go find a stray cat and get that one fixed and keep that one. And so we were just like, what a bitch. And so we left. And we went back to like the small pets area because we had also talked about when we first moved in together into the first apartment that we talked about getting a lizard. And so we went back to look at the lizards, and then we talked about getting a rat, but at that time they had stopped selling rats due to rat bite fever or whatever that big lawsuit was like a year or two ago. So they had stopped selling them. So on our way out, we run into a lady who, of course, had her rat with her and was like carrying it around and like walking it on a leash and stuff like that. And Aaron saw that and just became like totally fascinated by it. And right there, decision was made. I was not involved in this decision. It was just made. Anyways, and she basically told us about this other pet store in town that had one, or had a bunch of rats they were going to sell, and a bunch of other information. Okay, so anyways, we get to the pet store, we buy all this stuff, and I'm not trying to knock the pet store we went to, and I'm not going to say the name just because I don't want to get in trouble by them, or them to, I don't know, but the people there, basically I kind of feel like they sold us stuff that basically we should have had like a starter cage that was made for baby rats because they sold us 2 baby rats. They sold us a cage that was, the bars were spaced too far apart so they were able to get out, and they told us that they could eat a food that had like alfalfa and hay and stuff in it, which that if you know anything about rats, that will block them up and they will actually die. So we had to get different food for them because they basically, I kind of feel like they weren't very, not only were they not very knowledgeable, I think all they cared about was making the sale, and they sold us this kit that was actually a starter kit for a chinchilla, but they told us we could use it for rats, and yeah, so that's what happened. And the first night we had them, they actually escaped. So, okay, so we got them in September of last year. As I'm filming this right now, it's the end of August, so by the time you see this, we will have had them for a year. And when we got them, they were 8 weeks old, so that means they were born in July. So as of this July, they were a year old. I don't know what specific day, but I know it was July. Alright, so when we first got them, the kit that we had used paper bedding, and then I wanted to keep using paper bedding, but Aaron insisted on using Aspen Bedding because that's what the lady with her rat at the pet store said that she used. Even though I don't like Aspen Bedding, I still don't. He insists on buying it. So we usually feed them the Oxbow rat food, like as their main food, and then we kind of supplement that with the little yogurt drops that they have. We've tried other little treats like that. They don't seem to like them. I bought them some little colored pretzels and some of the other little stuff, and they just don't seem to like anything except for the yogurt drops in that respect. As for vegetables and like nuts and fruits and everything, they love those. They love grapes, they love pineapple, they love carrots. We give them almonds a lot of the time, so they're getting a lot of that too. Yeah, so that's usually what we feed them. Rats were a lot more hard work than I thought they were going to be. Not that I'm complaining. I love them and I would not give them up for anything. I do. Um, but I really think that, we didn't think it through. We didn't really do our research. We just know what this one person told us and what the people at the pet store had told us, which the people at the pet store were wrong. And they basically gave us a whole bunch of stuff that was not healthy for the rats or not safe for the rats. And so we definitely should have done more research, and we should have gotten better timing, because in September I was like either 6 or 7 months pregnant, and that was just horrible timing, because now it's hard to kind of balance out time for both of them and Nugget. So